This piece right here is to honor all of the American heroes that has given their lives for their country. Myself, I was in Vietnam. I did my part in that. And this was one way of me trying to express how we all was going for the same cause, no matter what year it was in. It was all American soldiers, all American heroes.
In 1964, the United States officially entered the war in Vietnam. The fighting would escalate until 500,000 U.S. troops would be committed by the end of the decade. Public support at home, while initially overwhelming, rapidly deteriorated, and soldiers became the targets of protests nationwide. For many returning from Southeast Asia, the battle for peace had only just begun.
You come back from any kind of conflict, depending on what the experience of that veteran is, the traumatic things they may have seen, just because it's over, it's not over. In most cases, it just started for them.
The problems are complex. For some veterans of Vietnam, the effects of their traumatic experiences would prove too much, driving them to drug or alcohol abuse as a way of dealing with a life that had spiraled out of control.
Stuff that these folks are dealing with, mentally and physically, are really traumatic. They don't want to face life. They've got bad memories. They don't want to face them. They prefer to hide them in drugs and alcohol so that they don't have to face them.
I became homeless back in the early 90s. I didn't have anywhere else to go other than shelters. And when I couldn't go in shelters, I slept wherever I could possibly go. Under bridges, in woods, in a tent, in a cardboard box, wherever I could possibly lay my head at.
Since the 1980s, facilities to help homeless veterans have been established in increasing numbers. In 1989, the Homeless Veterans Fellowship in Ogden, Utah began working with what has become thousands of clients, seeing them through the difficulties of homeless life, a painstaking process.
Our job at Homeless Veterans Fellowship is self-sufficiency, is to bring a veteran from homelessness to be off the streets, able to generate enough income in order to be able to support themselves in a reasonable manner and have a productive life.
This film documents 1 year of that effort.
I've always wondered who sets the standard on what normal is. I had to get me a t-shirt that says, normal people scare me, yeah? Or normal people is why I take medication.
You can stay here up to 18 months to 2 years and receive services from us. We are, without a doubt, a full-service program. Any needs they have, we offer it.
It's pretty routine. You get up every morning, you sign in over here, you talk to the guys, you have coffee and donuts. You know, if you're working, you go to work. No drugs or alcohol.
There's nobody coming in drunk 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because it's strictly outlawed. They will even set you up with certain jobs, you know, around here, or you find your job off campus. Not as a bartender either.
There are many positive things about this place. There's many positive things. I mean, they're not out there checking see if your bunk is tight and other stuff like that. And basically, you can't beat the price.
You know, the dues are $100 a month. And now I say that my roommate and I live in the penthouse suite.
These people aren't here just as a flop house and overnight. They're here to transition into real life.
That's why you're here, you got problems, you know.
See, I wasn't diagnosed with mental illness till 1994. I knew I was alcoholic, but I didn't know I was a nut too, you know.